Humans made it to the wider galaxy. Finally. The Milky Way was congested with myriad species. Humanity struggled to carve out a niche for themselves. Coming below the technological curve didn't make things any easier. Per Jansen, the beleaguered human ambassador, was drowning his sorrows in a rowdy bar at the edge of the ambassadorial district. A quarrel broke loose near him about which race had the most difficult sports race. The Rit claimed their race was the most difficult, since one of their 3 legs was tied up and couldn't be used. The Lamai representative let out a wet laugh and pushed the Rit off their bar stool. "We race riding like so, and those run twice as fast as us." The others seemed to agree. Per was just drunk enough to forget he was actually an introvert and piped in, "Twice as fast as you? Pfft." The Lamai stood up to his full 3 times that of Per height, walked up to him, and poked Per's forehead. "What would you know of fast riding? And do you even know how hard it is to sit on a Luxo?" To save himself from great bodily harm, Per quickly whipped out his tablet and found a short video of South African ostrich racing, where men tried to get their animal to run even faster than 70 kilometers per hour. 43 miles per hour. "Not bad," replied the Lamai and sat back down, dragging poor Per to his table as well. A tall and slim Ara looked at the peasants with disdain. "Our games require brain power instead of the ability to hold on for dear life." The Lamai turned to look at Per expectantly. "Well, we have a game of chess." Then he remembered chess boxing. "We alternate between a game of strategy and bouts of boxing. Look here," and showed another video. Somehow Per managed to get some respect from both Lamai and Ara. "You sure are some impressive sport, little human," came a gnarly voice by the bar. It was a sneaky Karmesh. "Next you tell us you have competitive sitting." "Actually," started Per, "we do." The Ara commented, "I can't see how that would test your mettle at all." Even his supportive Lamai friend looked skeptical at that. "Fine, see for yourself. This is called sport hocking. You do tricks or combos with flipping, spinning, and even sliding a plastic bar stool. Then you calmly sit in it, not showing how badly you just hurt yourself." "Competitive carrying?" chirped a small avian Tiffany. "Sure, I have a photo here of Finnish wife carrying, where you run an obstacle course carrying your wife and the winner gets the wife's weight in beer." The prize got an approving reception from many in the bar. "Ball games?" asked the Ara, now fully invested in the competition of competitive sports. Per was flipping through everything from football and soccer to tennis and golf in his mind, rejecting them all as games the aliens probably had versions of their own. Then he remembered Sepak Takraw from Southeast Asia. "We have this game that mixes ball games played by hand and those played with a foot with martial arts," he boasted. "It looks like this," he said, sending the video to the big screen in the bar. Appreciative murmurs came from half the bar. "And bossaball, volleyball and trampolines," Per enthused. Oh, fireball soccer. Sepak bola api, where a coconut ball is soaked in kerosene and the players in spices before lighting the ball on fire for a game of barefoot soccer. Per sent the video to the big screen. "Why soak the players in spices? Are they eaten afterwards?" asked the Trinity, confused. "I think it is part of the flame invulnerability rituals before the game. No eating the contestants," answered Per. "There's taserball. You just taser your opponents to get the ball and carry it to the opponent's goal," continued Per. The entire bar was now listening and watching the photo evidence of humanity's craziness. "Swamp soccer and snow soccer," rattled Per on in the complete silence the bar had probably never experienced before. Per looked around, a little scared. Instead, all of the others looked a tad scared of him. Humble Per Jansen. Better keep going, he thought to himself. We have Botaoshi, a combat sport from Japan. 2 teams of 150 players divided into 2. Try to bring down the other team's pole. Defenders position themselves around and on the pole. At the sound of gunfire, because why not, I guess, the offensive team throws themselves at them. The bar full of aliens watched the bout in silence. The 3-legged Rit commented quietly, "They don't have any armor." Even old buddy Lamai seemed shocked. You do this for fun?" "Well, yes, we do," answered Per, starting to enjoy himself. From a far corner, a loud whisper was heard saying, "No, I said cancel the invasion. For the love of the Empress, do not try to invade Earth. They are crazy. There's no way we can win against people who throw themselves into all of these insane sports to try to quell their violent tendencies. Burning balls, electric shocks, pain tolerance I've never seen. They can almost fly without any wings and twist their bodies. Just turn back the invasion fleet, and tomorrow I go sign an alliance with them. I'm going to have nightmares for months. In for a penny, in for a pound, Per thought, and introduced Kancho, most popular among Japanese children. Players make a finger gun with both hands clasped together, and proceed to try to jam their index fingers into the butt of the unsuspecting victim, while exclaiming, Kancho! They teach their children sneak attacks to humiliate the enemy? Someone exclaimed from the other side of the bar. Many aliens were seen frantically writing messages on their communication tools. Then we have Gurning, where the player pulling the ugliest, weirdest looking face, while having their head between a horse collar wins, explained Per, trying to keep a poker face himself. There were whispers saying demons and shapeshifters, before the bar seemed to get evacuated from all patrons. Lamai was backing away from Per, saying, We're friends, right, human? No need to gurn me, right? I'll come to see you tomorrow at your office to sign a friendship and allegiance agreement. Any terms you think are right. Before turning and running away. The next morning, Per had a headache. His tongue felt like sandpaper and his eyes were bloodshot. He couldn't remember last night at all. He was late, but it wasn't like he had to hurry to his empty office. He had to figure out something to make humanity stand out from the rest. He had a brief recollection of drinking at a sports bar last night, but didn't seem to remember more. Well, it was probably nothing too important. When he got to the office building, there was a large crowd on the floor, where he and dozens of other small species had their offices. Per thought he wouldn't get into his office before lunch. But as soon as someone noticed him, a path opened up for him, all the way to his office. Per was more than a little spooked by this, but tried to walk confidently. Of course, that meant he tripped on his own 2 feet, but managed to prevent a face-first dive to the floor. So he just kept walking like nothing happened. See? He's mocking us with his dexterity, someone whispered. Per turned to look who said that and zeroed in on a thin Arab with his annoyed gaze. How did he know it was me? Whispered the scared brainiac. To Per's dismay, not only did he sign 137 peace treaties that day, but also 6 deals to broadcast human sports events to the wider galaxy. He didn't know how he had done that, but who cared with these results?